I forget the point I was trying to make. And I knew this was going to happen. But anyway, I don't think, or I'm not like, unless I'm listening to that Anything Goes podcast, I'm not really ever really thinking about anything ghost-like.
You're not?
I don't think so. It's not like the first thing that comes to mind.
I think about that shit all the time.
So like
too much.
Whenever I listen to an episode, I just like I put myself in the listener's shoes.
Mm-hmm. You are the listener.
Well, I mean the storyteller's shoes. I mean, and
I put on my own shoes.
Okay. But yeah, I put on the storyteller's shoes, and I'm just thinking, I'm putting myself like, how would that person feel how would I feel if I was that person or whatever?
Shit my pants.
Exactly. The things that they say or like tell, it's just like kind of scary sometimes.
Mm-hmm.
So, but like thinking about it, I feel like I would be more involved with it or more prone to experiencing something like this.
Okay. You gotta like open yourself up to...
Okay. It's like when you think about a body part hurting, like seconds later, that body part will be hurting. Does that make sense?
I mean, okay, yes.
Like,
okay, hold on. So like, say you have like a toothache.
Mm-hmm.
And
the more you think about it, the more it hurts.
Yes.
So, yes. I feel like the more you think about, or the more I think about ghostly experiences,
the more open you are to them occurring to you. That makes sense.
Or the more aware you are, or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
So, I don't know.
It's all about just opening yourself up to the possibilities of being possessed.
There's this guy I've been following on Twitter for a while. I think he's foreign. I'm going to shout him out, and I'm going to mention him.
Mm-hmm.
His @name is Sober Junkie, finished off with 2 E's. His name is also Jamal. So shout out to him. He tweeted out one time saying like, what are some podcasts or I really don't remember the conversation now, but I told him about the Anything Goes podcast, and I'm just like, I listen to it and it like freaks me out sometimes. It gives me that that feeling.
You see the heebie-jeebies
Sometimes.
Mm-hmm.
So I told him, like, you gotta, I'm gonna open up these DMs or something.
Oh, you were DMing with it?
Because he was asking for it. Oh, he was asking for some scary stories. So I told him about the boy standing over my brother.
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah.
And he was kind of freaked out by that.
Oh, I would tell my brother all the time. I'd be like, I saw the little boy over you again. Every day.
Oh my God.
Oh, man, I would mess with him so hard.
Oh, okay. You gotta put... you gotta spaz yourself out here in this type of situation. Like, be like... You gotta talk to nothing for something to appear. Like, imagine that you're talking to a ghost, and then after a while, the ghost will appear. Maybe. I don't know. So, okay, but yeah, he said he's never experienced such a thing. And I told him, you gotta trick yourself into it. That's what I was saying.
Okay.
I suggested that he goes to an abandoned building in the middle of the night, play with a Ouija board, watch paranormal movies, or read thriller books. I told him that I used to do that a lot when I was younger and not so much anymore, which is why I think I don't cross too many of these experiences anymore. And I told him, or asked him if he listened to any podcasts, and I suggested Anything Goes.
Good. Well, that's one that I need to start listening to also.
Now, he only comes out with an episode once a month, I believe. Because he has to
gather stories from everybody. Mm-hmm. I have one I'll send in. Ooh. So can I do I have to email?
You can email him. Okay. People sometimes call in and share their stories themselves. Okay. But you have to go his website to get all that information or whatever.
I'm going to do that because I have a very, very scary story. I think I've shared on this. I'm sure I've shared it. It was at my old house when I was little, and I saw that thing outside my window. Did I share that?
I don't know. Go ahead and share it again.
Are you sure?
I know.
I'm sure I did. Okay, so I was living up in Poland, Ohio, which is kind of near Cleveland. And I'm in bed. So the way my room was set up, so like I have like a twin bed in like the corner of the room, and then on my right side is a wall, and it's the wall that is like going or like facing the front yard, and there's a window there, and so there's the wall, the window at like the foot of the bed, and then directly in front of the foot of my bed is a closet. So it's wall, window, corner, closet. So I'm in bed, I'm sleeping. I wake up, and there is this. It was very strange looking. It's just some kind of weird creature outside my window, and I can still see it. It had long fingers. It had like its fingers like on like the windowsill, looking into my room. I know. Oh, something happened.
Okay, go on.
Okay. So yeah, so it had its long fingers on the windowsill, and it's kind of like looking in the room. And like at this point, like I hadn't. Okay. Okay. So I should describe it a little bit more. It had these like little eyes, but it had like this long face. It had like a long nose, and it had like kind of like slicked back hair. I mean, it had like a face, but then it had like a weird long nose, and so it's looking in the window. Its eyes are over. It's looking over to the right towards the closet, and then it's just not moving. But then, oh god, this is so so it's looking at the closet, and then all of a sudden I see its eyes. I'm over here. I see its eyes start to work its way around the room, and it's like it's making its eye contact. It's like almost to me, and I'm like frozen. Like I'm like, oh my god. But then I get this thought in my head. I'm like, if it sees me, if we like make eye contact, like I'm done. Like I'm done. And so I throw the covers over me, and I just lay there as still as possible. And I laid there for what felt like, I mean, it probably was like a very, very long time. It was almost probably the rest of the night. And eventually, like, I see it's like starting to, like get a little bit lighter outside. I'm like, okay, I'm starting to like all like that, like terror is like slowly, I'm starting to feel just safer, basically. And I like creep out, and it's not there anymore. But like, I just, the moment I saw its eyes start to like sweep the room and like come closer to me, I was just like, oh hell no. I was probably like 4, but like just something like in my head was just like, it cannot see you.
So you said you were 4?
Oh, I was a baby. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now,
probably 4.
Were you up on the 2nd floor?
No, this was a ranch, like a ranch,
okay.
1-story house.
I was gonna say,
and it could have very easily like been like standing in the yard, and like it wouldn't have had to like be up high to see me. Like I think like a normal sized adult could have easily looked in my window. But like, and the thing is, it's like everyone I tell this to is like, it was some creep in a mask, like but like, you know how when you wear a mask, like there's eye holes, like you can see someone's skin underneath of a mask. There was no gap. It was just this little, and it was like smaller eyes than like a person.
Little beady eyes?
Little beady eyes, and like just when it just starts to go like towards me, I just like knew. I was just like, it's gonna get me. Like,
oh my god. Okay. I don't think you've ever told that one before.
Okay.
Right in Anything Ghost.
Yeah. And like, so I didn't tell anyone for years. I was just like, there's no way. Like, there's no way.
No,
that was a dream. There's no way. But then a couple years ago, me and my mom were on like a road trip we're going to, I think, Virginia to see my brother who was like in town. He like got back from deployment. And we were talking about just all the old houses we had lived in. And I said, that like the Brown house, we called it the Brown house. in Poland. She was like, oh yeah. And I was just like, did anything like weird like ever happen to you? And she was just like, well, I don't know. Sometimes I just like, you know, I'd be like looking outside at night and I don't know, like I just want to like shut the windows, shut the curtains. And I was just like, funny you say that because something really messed up happened to me. And I told her that, and I feel like a normal person would be like, that's fake. Like that was just like some creeper, you know, looking in your window. It didn't happen. My mom was just like, I believe you. She was like, I believe you 100%. And I was just like, oh, like I don't want you to believe me. I want you to say that didn't happen.
Mm-hmm.
But and I've tried to like draw it, and like I've tried to like Google, you know, whatever, and like I've found like things that are like similar but just not quite. So
okay,
yeah. So that's my very traumatic childhood ghost story.
Now see, my grandparents on my dad's side of the family, they built both of their houses. So I'm pretty sure nothing paranormal or ghostly like is a part of any of their homes, unless they built it on some type of cemetery or graves or whatever. But I really don't think so, because I feel like I would have experienced something, or they would have noticed or said something to me, at least by now, if anything's happened to them. But I noticed like staying over there when I was younger, nothing happened.
Yeah.
But no, my dad's house is a different story. I told you about that barn that multiple people have crashed into.
Yeah.
Well, that barn is torn down now. But
yeah.
I've asked my dad about it recently, but I can't remember. I'm pretty sure 1 or 2 people have died crashing into that barn.
Okay. But like, why did they crash into the barn though?
Speeding around the corner, literally.
Oh, okay.
People
I was like, was there something over there that they like, you know, it was like distracting them and made them crash? You know?
No, it's just people, because like literally, there's a cornfield right in front of it, right around this corner, kind of. But some people have like literally have taken that corner way too sharp, drove through the cornfield and into that barn. It's just like people driving stupid and whatnot. So, yeah.
All right.
I don't know. Again, share your scary stories with us. We would love to hear them. At TEPodcast118@gmail.com. Also on Twitter, Facebook, and Tumblr at TEPodcast118. You can follow me, Tommy, on Twitter and Instagram at I_am_remix.
And you can follow me on Twitter at Mimi_Bertolini, Instagram at Yannick_youth, and Snapchat Erin_Bertolini.
And I told you, Erin, I saved this picture from your Facebook a while ago. And
is this how you want me to like sign off like every episode now?
It's a possibility. I think February 3rd, I believe I have it saved it from. So it's been quite a few months.
Yeah.
Stay fresh, cheese bags. Bye.